Hello, when building software using kde-builder, which is the build framework from the KDE community, it's very easy that the generated executable will use .so files, both from /usr and from tilde/kd/usr directory, that the generated executable will load so files which use different versions of the KDE Frameworks version 6. As in this example, I'm on a fresh installation of Arch Linux. I have built kcalc using kde-builder. And then I'm running using kde-builder the freshly built kcalc. This is the executable running. The command line is kd-builder space --run space kcalc. And then in a second tab in console, I am running the command line lsoff, which lists all of the open files from all of the processes. Then I'm grabbing for the kcalc process, which is the first column in the output of lsoff. And then I'm grabbing for the uppercase K, because I want to see which versions of SO files from the KDE Frameworks version 6 are loaded inside this kcalc process. And you can immediately see that it's using some SO files for KDE Frameworks version 6 at version 6.11 from tilde/kd/usr. These .so files were built from source. You can see, for instance, libkf6 archive. And this was probably built as one of the 27 Git repositories that get built when you go kd-builder space kcalc. This one. When you build kcalc, that depended on the KDE Git repository karchive, so karchive was built previously at step 13 out of 28. So the karchive is a C++ Git repository, is a KDE Framework version 6. The SO file will get installed into the place that we expect, which is tilde/kd/usr/lib, this file. But then other KDE Frameworks version 6 and other KDE library SO files are not being built as part of these 27 Git repositories that get built previously to kcalc being built by kde-builder. But then the kcalc executable application still needs them and will load them at runtime. You can see in here Kirigami, Solid, a ton of KIO core, GUI widgets, file widgets, including KDE Plasma platform theme. Some of these .so files are registered as Qt6 plugins, such as the KDE dialogues, the KDE color scheme, etc. But this is where I'm getting at, is that just building kcalc using kde-builder without actually running kde-builder frameworks before, or maybe you need to build, besides all of the KDE frameworks, also some other additional KDE libraries. When you run the actual kcalc executable, it will load totally different versions of KDE Frameworks version 6 and of other KDE libraries. Some from tilde/kd/usr/lib, others from /usr/lib. So some will be from Arch Linux binary packages. As you can see, these at version 6.10. Others will be built from source, from the Git master branch in our case, using kde-builder. AUTH, solid, Kirigami, a ton of bookmarks. The question is why such a thing happens. Is this okay for the kcalc process? If the kcalc process has some SO files at version 6.10, which were built in RHEL with debinfo, but stripped from debugging symbols, whereas others were built at version 6.11 with CMake build configuration debug without the debug symbols being stripped. So totally different universes, two different universes of .so files loaded into the same process inside of the kcalc process. Is the kcalc process not affected? Maybe some very hard to figure out issues will be triggered by this combination. Maybe we should strive to always have as many as possible of the KDE libraries, at least the SO files, but then this also applies for QML files. So when we're running a KDE process that was built using KDE SRC, using KDE builder from source, from Git master branch, then we want most of the KDE files which are loaded inside of the process, of the kcalc process in this example, to come from tilde/kd/usr, not from /usr. So the files to be installed by KDE builder, not from the binary packages from our Linux operating system. That's just for KDE files. Qt files, not a problem if they come from the Linux operating system. Other libraries which sit below the Qt libraries and below the KDE source code, such as, I know, image codecs, compression algorithms, maths libraries, etc. All of those things, yeah, should come from the Linux operating system as binary packages or from /usr. But then at least the KDE files, should they all come from KDE builder, from tilde/kd/usr? That's the question that I have. Isn't the kcalc process a bit unstabler because it loads KDE files from two different directories, from two different universes? And then why does this thing happen? Because I'm going to guess because of the distinction between so-called build time dependencies and so-called runtime dependencies. And yes, the runtime dependencies will depend on your settings. For instance, if you change the theme in KDE system settings, then different .so files will be loaded which contain maybe the Qt widgets theme. So on the fly, the list of files which are loaded inside the kcalc process will be different by just clicking around in system settings. But then for the vast majority of files, I think they should come from tilde/kd/usr. So I suggest that you do an extra effort to make sure that you have as few KDE files from /usr loaded into kcalc, and that means at least you going and building all of the KDE frameworks using KDE-builder. At least from time to time run this command line. Yes, there's 90 KDE Git repositories that will be built. Takes a ton of time and space. 81. If you have, if you're building with CMake build configuration, debug not with RHEL with debinfo, maybe it's going to use extra space. But in the aim of having less hard to detect issues, I would suggest that you always build KDE Frameworks before building any other KDE Git application, KDE Graphical User Interface application. Thank you. I have built the KDE Git repository Plasma- integration and the module set frameworks, which contains all of the KDE Frameworks version 6. 84 Git repositories in total were built and installed into tilde/kde/usr. And now if we run kde-builder --run kcalc and we search for the directory where the KDE Frameworks SO files come from, now we have everything coming from tilde/kde/usr/lib.